stood here looking over the home counties of England, southwest London, Sandown Park. More used to horse racing and people celebrating with champagne. But today we are celebrating Volkswagens because for 2 days each year we fill it with some of the most exquisite metal known to man. This is just a car park. From the buggy build-off. Are we calling it the buggy build-off this year?
Yeah, we're calling it the buggy build-off.
Cool. So Flags, where are you from?
Originally I'm from the East End of London, but I now live down in Dorset.
And that's on the south coast, which would mean you're part of the Southern Dune Buggy Club.
Cool. The southerly-most member, actually, because most of them are from around London.
So Flags, obviously there's a few more people involved in the team. I know obviously you're the main man, you're doing everything, but you know, who's kind of helping you? Who's making a cup of tea for you?
Well, it's not so much making a cup of tea, it's the people that have had the input into it. What we've got is Ollie at Beetle Magic has been an absolute godsend.
Ollie is somewhere here, isn't he?
You'll see Ollie walking around somewhere.
We'll speak to Ollie later on, yeah.
Ollie prepped the pan for me, converted it from left-hand drive to right-hand drive. His boxer perimeter. The pan is done in chassis 2 back black, so it should last over etch primer. He's painted the cage. He's also painted the side panels that we've got on the side of the dune to lose the flow coating. And it's his team really that have taken a weekend off of work and come down here to help us put it together. Otherwise it would have been possibly a challenge too far.
4 axle stands and a bunch of spanners.
Yeah. So Ollie at Beetle Magic, you've got Lee at Volks Magic. You see a magic thing running along here. He actually made the cage at last minute for me.
Because it's kind of it's a different design, isn't it, with the twin rear bars on it?
It certainly is a different design, and what we've tried to do is long wheelbase buggies traditionally look ugly. Yeah. They look out.
I'm not going to lie. Although, have you seen the one in there?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
And if you have a look at the Manchester, that's the other one. If you have a look at the Manchester, I wouldn't say we've tried to copy that because they both evolved around about the same time, the ideas. Yeah. But what we've tried to do with the cage is that the centre bar is actually canting forwards. And it gives it almost a saloon car look rather than canting it back for an estate car look.
Which accentuates the length of it, doesn't it, if it's canted back? If you bring it forward, it kind of makes that passenger shell's shape.
Yeah, that's what we've done. Mike, off the buggy forum, has made the exhaust. Once the exhaust goes on show, no one's seen it yet. It's a bass style system all done in stainless, and that should look quite spectacular on it as well. What we're trying to do is stay away from the traditional shiny chrome bits. I got a reproduction gearbox coupling access plate for the tunnel, and the metal was so thin I thought I can't use it, and when I tried to fit it, it didn't fit anyway. Right. It was 3 days before the show, I had to do something. I had a toilet seat in the garage made out of stainless steel, but I used it as a drip pan because VW's leak. So, bit of a jigsaw. Got myself an original one off of my buggy, so I had a pattern part, jigsawed it out, and once it's fitted on the tunnel, it looks better than any other one that I've seen. So,
and it's unique, isn't it?
It is unique.
I was trying to think, I have some random tat in my garage, but I definitely do not have a stainless steel seat cover, mate. Fair play.
Well, they say a buggy's not really yours until you've made something for it. My partner Karen, who the buggy is for, hence the pink, raspberry colour.
Is it not Porsche colour?
No, it's not.
It's not that Turkish.
No.
I can't remember what colour it is. It's like a salmon colour in it, but no. So it's actually, is it her mix?
It's a RAL colour.
Yep.
It's RAL raspberry. I think it's 33027 or something like that.
Details, nice.
But the guy who moulded the shell for me, Chad, when I chose a colour, he said, "Yeah, no problems. We can do any RAL colour." He got back onto the phone to me. Chad's a very good friend of mine as well. He got back onto the phone to me and he said, "Yeah, I like that colour that you picked. Wasn't sure about it, but do you know that's the most expensive pigment that he's ever had to put into a shell?"
Well, I could say something about Karen having expensive tastes,
yep.
You know, but you know more about that than me.
Yeah, she certainly doesn't go for looks.
I'll say anything, mate.
I think it's more about the personality.
Brains and personality, there it is. Luckily my girlfriend's the same. Pop outs. Rag top. Dutch. Not the stick. Volks World. Mesh visor. Back to 89. Rubber. Type 3 display here. Type 34 carbon gear. Razor edge. This is what's called metal flake, and it's lovely. So cool because it's got little bits of metal in it for those people who don't know. Absolute nightmare to spray because obviously you've got to get that metal through a gun. Aha! Camber. On the back wheels there, that's what, you know that, you know. Barn door van. Pedestal. 2 for the price of 1 here, wheel spats. Now this, for me, is one of the cars of the show. Flatlands Engineering, Manx 2+2. So it's a 4-seater buggy, like we're building a long wheelbase in the buggy build-off this year. But this, take a good look around it. Subaru engine, I know some people will have issues with that, but you know, happy days. This is the real beauty of this thing, 4 seats. Share all the fun. Now take a look in here, come here, and look at the latch mechanism up in the roof. So this rubber bung opens up, pulls up, the whole roof comes up. Means you can get in and out, otherwise how would you get in and out the back? I like this a lot. Somebody has thought a lot about this. Now what we get at the Volks World show is obviously a huge amount of cars with all sorts of different things done to them. Some of them are painfully standard, some of them are modified, but the standard stuff really intrigues me. Take a look in here. Original glass washer bottle, the detailing, awesome. Toolkit down in here, and the spare wheel well. Wheels. Water cooled. About the Volks World show is the fact that you can buy lots of stuff, and let's face it, most old Volkswagens need lots of stuff buying for them. Now David, you at VW Heritage have spent a lot of time putting together a lot of good parts. We've just been talking actually before we're doing this about some of the kit you've got here today. What does the Volks World show mean to you? It's obviously it's like one of the first big shows of the season. It's world renowned. Is it a chance for you to put some names to faces, or?
The Volks World show means loads of things to us. It means bringing the team out for the event, and it's one of the best events in the UK in the year, so that's really important. Secondly, we're meeting everyone here. You know, you said there's lots of stuff here, it's true. VW Heritage are only one of the companies here, and we got a part of the stuff. And although we do 14,000 lines, which is probably more than anybody else, we still can't do it all. And there's loads of companies here that have got really good products, and it's a pleasure, because actually we've been in this industry now for 25 years. It's a pleasure being here with all these companies and all our friends who are working away to help the industry. Because usually when you find someone who's selling parts in the industry, they've also got a Beetle, they've also got a bus, they've also got a gear.
We're all in it because we're enthusiasts at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of our strengths, is that VW Heritage are run by enthusiasts. So we've got a team on the phones and on the internet who are trying to put the best information together.
It's got to be quite nice as well, actually looking across the counter at a person. You know, that person going, what about that product there? You know, I want to talk to you about that. You can actually interact with somebody instead of having an email, a phone conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going back to just the old values of having a shop front, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, obviously the internet's really important now, and a lot of the trading that goes on online, whether it's on your internet site or whether it's on eBay, you actually don't have that personal contact.
Yeah.
But a lot of the customers we do talk to, and one of the fantastic things about Volkswagens is that they're so interchangeable. It's very difficult to put everything on a web shop, every variation.
Absolutely.
So to talk to people is really important. And at the show, you've got a chance to do that. And also, if you're on the phone, you can do that too.
So what's the big thing for 2011 then? What are people buying? Are they restoring to stock? Are they buying big engines, wheels, interiors? What's
the
breaking
big
news?
thing? Well,
bearing in mind we might be watching this in a year's time.
Okay, yeah, breaking news I won't say, but I think what is happening is that, well, quality's always been important, but people are actually now spending more money on their cars. They're really precious about quality, because a few years ago, when people had them as daily drivers and on budgets, as some people still do, but you'd need to fit parts that were just in budget. But now with cars getting used less on the road, actually people are spending more. So the big thing is quality for the next few years.
And you know what, to my mind, in the marketplace, the quality is there, but the price isn't going up commensurately. When you think of what you were paying for things 15, 16 years ago, I mean, repair panel, £170. You look, what's that, a bay?
That's a base step, yeah.
Base step. You look at the work that's gone into that, all the separate sections put together, all this stuff.
Yeah.
Now, 10, 15 years ago, you couldn't have got that set.
That's actually a really bad example, because that panel has gone up a fortune. But you're dead. But you're dead right.
That's because I filled the steps on my Bay crew cab pickup about 10 years ago with a expanding foam and filler.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
XTT 575S.
And would you still put expanding foam and filler in it now?
No, because now it's not worth £1,000.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Course,
Back then it was £1,000, and I think literally I sold it for £1,000. And about 4 or 5 years later, it was gone because it was so rusty. It unfortunately didn't quite make it through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
well, obviously prices going up have kept the scene alive, because people now can afford to invest in them. However, it has put it out of reach of some people in the scene. But it's one of those things.
If you want something, you can always find a way. That's the beautiful thing about the Volkswagen market, is you can buy a rusty basket case at the very top of your budget. If your top of your budget will only buy you a basket case, you can then drip feed money into it over the next few years. Everything's available. You're not going to be left fabricating or adapting. You can buy the products you need. So, but no.
And those products are being remade. And just on, just one product we do, which is the Autocraft panels, which are now made in the UK.
Yeah, right.
Which are fantastically made with British enthusiasts with skills. With skills from...
Sorry, I'm from just down the road from Coventry. So.
Good, near Coventry. I was paid to say that. With skills that we've had over the years, UK is still number 3 at manufacturing vehicles in Europe, so we haven't lost all the manufacturing industry, but we've got a fantastic bedrock of experts.
We've got an incredible skill set in the UK. People always say that we've kind of got the brains and everyone else has actually managed to make it work. But when it comes down to the specialist manufacturers producing the parts, like you say.
We've got the brains, we're good looking.
Absolutely. Devastatingly handsome. I wouldn't say good,
phenomenal, really.
Popular as well.
Popular.
In fact, what are we doing stood here?
Well, we're here because everybody else is just kind of that way too.
I was going to go for a little wander, actually. Cool.
Cool.
Well, look, David, thanks a lot for your time.
It's a pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
Good.
And thanks for all the lowdown on what's going on. And we'll look forward to seeing you next year at Volks World 2012.
Enjoy the show.
well as my Volkswagen van, I do enjoy the great outdoors and a little bit of canvas. And one man who's probably survived more canvas and more Volkswagen bits than most people is Mark from Just Campus.
Hi.
Mark. Pleasure to have you here at Volks World 2011.
Thank you very much.
It's actually turning into quite a nice afternoon here, isn't it?
It has, yeah. It was a bad morning, but a good afternoon.
Yeah, and you've been a very busy boy, haven't you? What does the Volks World show mean to you? Is it the sort of the start of the season, you can meet customers and, you know, really get a feel for what's going on that year?
Yeah, it's definitely the start of the camping season for us. So we're displaying all the new 2011 range for the first time.
So you've got a lot of stuff you've been working on over the winter then?
Yeah, the one behind us and the one behind us are both brand new awnings for 2011.
This is pretty impressive stuff, you know what I mean? You go, I mean, traditionally people might think camping, oh, no, because obviously a lot of Beetle owners, say Type 3, stuff like that, you can't really sleep in one of those too comfortably. So the van owners are probably watching this thinking, oh, I've got my pot top, I'm all right. But for anybody else, I mean, they do pack down into a small space, don't they? And
they do.
They're fairly lightweight.
Yeah, especially like this style, you could put it onto an estate car or a camper. They used to be garish colours, but they've actually gone tasteful sets of colours with matching carpets to go inside. So it's actually like almost home from home.
See, Mark, without giving away my true age, when I went camping with my parents, I was in a big green,
bright orange,
bluey tent. I'm quite a fan of that sort of thing.
You like that, do you?
Yeah, we had to have the two separate parts, because obviously if they touched you just got rained on all night, stuff like that. So what's your background then? I mean, how come you got into this sort of thing?
Oh, I had my first...
You've been going a long time now, you know?
Yeah, I had my first Volkswagen when I was a student, so 86.
Yep.
And then worked for Henley Beetles in 88, 89, and then for Autocavan, that's now part of German and Swedish.
Yeah.
And then in 89, set up on my own, doing Just Campers, so we were repairing them. Ironically, the first cars we repaired were Beetles. So it's now full circle that we're now doing Just Beetles as well.
So that's what, 22 years?
Yeah.
That's
ages me.
That's a fair bit of experience.
It's a long time.
I mean, that's made you into the man you are today, because you look around here and there's really not a lot. There's not a lot of things you don't cater for.
No.
You know, I'm kind of looking at the products here, and they all seem fairly inexpensive as well. I was thinking about having one of your side shades off you actually, because I walked past it. £50.
50 quid.
Yeah.
I think we're very conscious that the price of the van's gone up so much. They're almost unaffordable. So we're trying to make sure that actually the bits you need to keep it going and all the bits you can bolt onto it are kept right down in price.
So what do you find at the Volks World show? What do you enjoy about the show? Do you find people coming up to you specifically looking for new camping kit, or are they just trying to find out what's going on, or
I think shows for us are more about a meet and greet with the customer, because we're sending out about 600 or 700 boxes a day, but we never see the people.
Right. Okay.
So it's all done 60-70% online, so we don't even speak to them anymore.
Wow.
So the shows are a great opportunity for us to actually meet the people and get their feedback, and then we can look at what the next range is. Okay. So I think T4 and T5, we're surrounded by them here.
Yep.
Will be the next really big area to go into. So I'll spend all day tomorrow talking to the owners, asking them what they want, what the bits they would like to buy at a more affordable price are, and then we'll go and manufacture it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not being funny. As much as I love it inside the halls, the Surrey Hall, the cars and stuff, you've got loads of people barging down and stuff like that. This is quite. I like your office. You know what I mean?
I like it outside.
You're up here, up the top of the overlooking the winners' enclosure.
That's it.
You've done spectacularly well.
No, it's a nice spot to be at.
All I was just wondering was, is there anybody around here can service maybe with a gin and tonic?
Well, that's all we need, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, look, Mark, thank you so much for talking to us.
No, thank you very much.
Man, so we'll let you get back to Volks World 2011. Thanks for the time.
No, thank you.
Cool. So as you can see, as Gloria Estefan said, the rhythm is going to get you because it's the Volks World show. But a kind of a serious side that we like to make a bit of light of the Volks World show is our nominated charity. And each year we like to support a charity as much as we can. And we do that by putting people in a car, take their photo, front cover of a magazine, print out. There you go. It's a very simple formula. It works really well. This year we've got this great Type 34 Carmen gear, the Razor Edge.
Right, and again, link to me. Do that again. Go on, everyone. Go on, come in.
Maggie is here with me. She's representing the charity. Maggie,
Hi there.
the charity is Speckle, isn't it?
It's Speckle. It's a UK dementia care charity. They're very small, so it's fantastic that IPC and especially Volks World are supporting them this year.
And you've literally been stood here all day, haven't you? With people coming in and out. Has it been popular?
It's been very popular. Yeah, we've raised lots of money, and I think people had lots of fun as well. Lots of kids got some great pictures. So
well, you actually get to sit in the car, don't you? That's the thing. It's not like a fairground ride. It's the real thing, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And I think lots of people have really, lots of fans of this car, and so people have really enjoyed it.
Mark, I hear Volkswagen's leaving, which means it's the end of the Volks World show, which means time for a treat, folks. It's been pretty relentless. I'm in the mood for ice cream. Conveniently, I'm here next to Dan and Amy from the Split Screen Ice Cream Company. It's a tasty mouthful, apparently. Let's find out. Chocolate ice cream will be good. Fantastic. Cheers, folks. See you next time.